once I moved to Japan, I felt like it was like a reset. It was a chance for me to just start over. And honestly, I didn't realize that I was getting to learn new things about myself in an environment. One of the things that I couldn't do was take the old version of me into a new environment. And I did start, when I first moved to Japan, there were so much things that was going on right before I got on the plane, in terms of having to get a different flight. The connecting flight that we had ended up closing right before we got on there. And then I was able to actually see my brother again because that's where we were laid over at, and we weren't going to see each other before I left. And I pretty much spent that night with him and got like a ride back to the hotel where we were staying at, fully paid for by the airline because it was on them that we missed the flight. And, when we got up that morning, there were still problems trying to check back into the airline because it was international. And based off how I was flying, the people at the counter was giving me different information because we were flying when there were still COVID restrictions as well. And so I was at the point where I'm like, you know what? There's nothing I can do. Let's just see what happens. And, at that point, just surrendering, just allowing the universe to be able to give you what it has for you based off the work is one of the things that we really get to do. So for me, looking back at that video about the surrender, I realized that I was really being intentional about my time and intentional about what I spent my energy on. And because I was being intentional about what I spent my time and energy on, it allowed me to be able to accept what was happening when it happened. So I wasn't stressed when I got on the plane. I was able to just relax.